Roll call. Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer present. Honorable Elmer Baldimoro, City Councilor present. Honorable Jesse R. Albios present. Honorable Hildy Rosales present. Honorable Vito Borra II. Sick leave. Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez present. Honorable Melvin Ramon Benafe present. Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jokno present. Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza present. Honorable Alan Riz Macaraig absent. Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio present. Honorable Maria Corazon Peña Flor present. Honorable Jepson Romeo Felix present. Sir, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Next is the prayer.
And then the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord,
Dear
as we
Lord,
deliberate into this session, give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
Give us that understanding to heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us that understanding heart to know with prejudice.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us
Give us foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth in what is good.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth in what is good.
Give us the facility of language that we may understood.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
And finally, our Lord,
And finally, our Lord,
make us worthy public servant of this city.
make us worthy public servants of the city.
We deeply love and highly honor.
We deeply love and highly honor.
Legacy to the heart of Bicol.
Legacy to the heart of people.
Amen.
Amen.
And the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Next is the pambansang awit.
Bayang magiliw, handa awit. Bayang magiliw, pers ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyang ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pa sisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong buhang, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng matawat mo'y kahumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin niya't araw niyang kailan pa may pinagdilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwal, hatid pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo, sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mang-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good morning.
Morning.
Who started the prayer even when there was no motion to start the proceedings? Councilor Maria Corazon Peñaflor, you did it?
She was in a hurry.
You are very religious. Next item, please.
Next is the privileged time.
Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio.
Ginagalangan na Vice Alcalde, Honorable Gabriel Hidalgo Bordado Jr., mga pag-iriba sa konseho, mga tugang maray na agatabi sa gabos. Masalingoy po kita sa nakaagi. Ang topic ko ngunyan, bakong current events, kundi parte kang istorya kan sa tuwing nasyon na ang leksyon relevante pa sa presenteng panahon. Yesterday, April 27th, 505 years ago, on the shores of Mactan, a collision occurred that would change the course of history forever. On the morning of April 27, 1521, Ferdinand Magellan, one of the world's most famous explorers, arrived not with a gesture of peace, but with a display of force. Confident in his European armor and gunpowder, he expected the locals to readily bow in submission. But he underestimated the people of this land we call Philippines. Under the leadership of Lapu-Lapu, the warriors of Mactan did not retreat in the face of superior technology. They did not see discoverers, they saw invaders. While Magellan's men were weighed down by heavy steel and stuck in shallow waters, Lapu-Lapu and his men utilized the terrain in their sheer courage. They fought with bamboo spears and wooden shields, driven by a singular powerful purpose, to the defense of their home. Magellan failed that day, not to a rival empire, but a community that refused to be subjugated. The Battle of Mactan was not just a military victory. It was the first recorded cry of Filipino resistance against foreign rule. Mga tugang, the Battle of Mactan is not a relic of 1521. It is a live blueprint for the modern Filipino. Its significance today can be framed as a call to action against contemporary challenges. Number one, defending maritime frontiers. The armed forces of the Philippines explicitly uses Lapu-Lapu's victory to inspire modern efforts in protecting our rights in the West Philippine Sea. Just as Lapu-Lapu resisted foreign claims on his shores, the nation today remains committed to sovereign equality international law. Number two, independent identity. Scholars and leaders like President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. emphasize that the spirit of Mactan is vital for the bagong Pilipinas. This fight is relevant as we navigate great power rivalries, ensuring the Philippines is an active participant rather than a mere observer on the global stage. Number three, a shield against modern invaders. The battle represents more than military might. It is about resisting modern-day oppressors like greed, selflessness, and divisiveness. It teaches us that local wisdom and unity can overcome even the most technologically superior forces. Lastly, institutional legacy. The hero's influence is woven into our state apparatus. From the Order of Lapu-Lapu, an award recognizing extraordinary service to the country, to the official seals of the Philippine National Police. The Battle of Mactan proved that a determined community could repel a global empire. Today, that same determination is needed to secure our future against any who would attempt to undermine our independence. Today, we honor Lapu-Lapu and his men not just as warriors, but as pioneers of our independence. They remind us no matter how small an island or how formidable the foe, the spirit of the people determined to be free can never be conquered. Mabuhay ang kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. Panlungsod.
Thank you, Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio. Any other privileged speech? Yes, Councilor Maria Corazon Peñaflor, the very religious head of the Liga ng mga Barangay.
I ask an apology before starting a prayer without the order of our Vice Mayor, Honorable Gabriel Bordado, because I felt sad before we start this session. The Honorable Vice Mayor Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., esteemed members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, fellow public servants, and distinguished guests. I rise on a matter of personal and collective privilege to recognize and commend Barangay Igualdad headed by Punong Barangay Angelo Romano Benjola for its outstanding achievement during the Lupon Tagapamayapa Incentive Awards Regional Assessment. Barangay Igualdad has brought honor and not only to its community but also the entire city of Naga for being recognized as one of the regional awardee in achieving the distinction of first runner-up in the LTIA Regional Assessment. This accomplishment reflects the tireless efforts of the barangay officials, Lupon Tagapamayapa members, and residents who work together to promote peace, order, and harmony within the community. The Lupon Tagapamayapa serves as the first line of dispute resolution at the grassroots level. Through mediation, dialogue, and community-based conflict resolution, barangays are empowered to resolve disputes amicably and strengthen relationship among residents. Barangay Igualdad recognition demonstrate that local governance, when grounded in service and cooperation, can create a meaningful and lasting impact. This achievement is not merely an award, but a symbol of effective leadership, unity, and commitment to public service. It serves as an inspiration to all barangays in our city to continue strengthening their programs and initiatives that uphold justice, peace, and community development. On behalf of the Liga ng mga Barangay, I extend my sincerest congratulations to Barangay Igualdad. May this recognition inspire continued excellence and encourage other barangays to pursue the same dedication in serving their constituents. With this, I respectfully seek the support of the honorable body in recognizing Barangay Igualdad through the adoption of this resolution. With the indulgence of the Chairman of Committee on Rules, may I therefore request for the inclusion in the in this SBO of today's session the proposed resolution entitled Resolution congratulating Barangay Igualdad headed by Punong Barangay Angelo Romano Benjola for being recognized as one of the regional awardees and for being declared as first runner-up during the Lupon Tagapamayapa Incentive Awards Assessment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, City Councilor Maria Corazon Peñaflor. Any other privileged speech? Next item, please.
The next is the reading and approval of the order of business.
Councilor Uying Rosales.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. May I move to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the 24th regular session of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod and move for its approval.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
I also move, Mr. Chairman, to dispense with the reading of the order of business for today and the inclusion of the following items under special business and order as item number 2 is a letter from the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the QWK Events Corporation relative to the staging of the first Isarog International Hot Air Balloon and Music Festival on May 1 to 3 at the Metro Naga Sports Complex, Pacol, Naga City. Marcus urgent, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
As item number 3, a proposed resolution from the Honorable Nathan Serio, Honorable Gomez, Honorable Buenafe, Honorable Mendoza, expressing the profound gratitude and appreciation of the City Government of Naga to the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry and to Lucio Tan Group of Companies for the generous donation of 10,000 school bags with supplies for the underprivileged elementary students of Naga City. As item number 4, a proposed resolution from the Honorable Nathan Serio, warmly congratulating and commending the City College of Naga administration led by its president, Dr. Magno Conag, its faculty and staff for the remarkable performance of its graduates in the April 2026 midwifery licensure examination. As item number 5, marked as urgent, a letter from the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, sign a contract with the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation relative to the healthcare services on specialized patient care, covering specialized outpatient benefits packages for general mental health. As item number 6, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of 2 proposed ordinances. A proposed ordinance providing funds for the implementation of climate exposure and hazard allowance as authorized under Ordinance number 2026-13, and another ordinance proposed adjusting our assistance for our socio-cultural activities of barangays during their fiesta and anniversary from 20,000 to 25,000 per event, or a total of 50,000 per barangay, segregating the same from the Barangay Support Fund and providing for a more predictable and expeditious process for its release. As item number 7, an email from the Department of Health Bicol Center for Health Development with the attached routing slip from the City Mayor's Office requesting for an authority to sign a Memorandum of Understanding for the continuous implementation of the Naga City as Universal Healthcare Integration Site. As item number 8, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a letter requesting for the passage of a resolution approving the request of the Barangay Council of Bagong Bayan Norte relative to the release and utilization of the component of the Barangay Support Fund for calendar year 2026 intended for assistance to official barangay socio-cultural activities. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 10 is the report of the Committee on Land Use. Item number 11, the report of the Committee on Housing and Settlements. As item number 12, the Joint Committee report of the Committee on Health and Nutrition and Children. As item number 13, the report of the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety for the public hearing held on April 22, 2026. Item number 14 is the letter from the Executive Judge of the Regional Trial Court pertaining to the proposed ordinance prohibiting misrepresentation as a notary public, unauthorized offering of notarial services in public cases, and providing for enforcement, administrative abatement, and penalties. It's item number 15, the second draft of the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Gilda Gail Abonal Gomez institutionalizing the annual LGBTQA plus commitment ceremony in the City of Naga. As item number 16, the proposed ordinance from the Honorable Alan Riz Macarait pending with the Committee on Environment and Energy, entitled An Ordinance Mandating the Establishment and Maintenance of Native Tree Juvenile to Early Mature Stocks in the City, their City of Naga. As item number 17, a letter from the OIC of the Provincial Agrarian Reform Office 2 pertaining to updates about Resolution number 2025-396, inquiring into the factual and legal basis of the conversion of a 9-hectare agricultural land situated in Barangay Pacol, Naga City. Under new business, Mr. Chairman. The proposed ordinance from the Honorable Elmer Baldimoro appropriating the Barangay Support Fund for the year 2026 amounting to 27 million and prescribing guidelines for its allocation and utilization. It's item number 6. It's item number 7, 2 proposed ordinances from Barangay Concepcion, Pequeña for review. It's item number 8, a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Nathan Sergio institutionalizing the salary standardization of educare teachers in the city of Naga. It's item number 9, an endorsement from the City Planning and Development Office for a special use permit for Shane's Starlights Food and Beverage House located at Magsaysay Avenue, Concepcion, Pequeña, Naga City. It's item number 10, the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza suspending the effectivity of ordinance number 2023-52 entitled an ordinance establishing a medical scholarship program in the city of Naga, providing guidelines, appropriating funds, and for other purposes. With the proposed inclusions, Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the order of business.
Yes, Councilor Albios.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Chair of the Committee on Rules, may I move that we include under Special Business of Order, item number 9, a resolution expressing condolences to the family of the former Barangay Kagawad R.J. Palmones of Barangay Igualdad.
Reaction from the Chairman of the Committee on Rules. Okay. Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We know from the Chairman of the Committee on Rules if the matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Ason Peñaflor was already included in the agenda.
Not yet, Mr. Chair. I did not receive any document.
But there was a request coming from Councilor Peñaflor. So what is your reaction?
What is the request?
The privileged speech of the Honorable Ason Peñaflor is the
Under SBO,
resolution
Mr.
congratulating Barangay Igualdad.
Under SBO, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so that will be part of the SBO. Any other comment? So kindly make the formal motion. Before you make the formal motion, Councilor Mendoza has a comment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is regards to the request of the City Mayor to include under SBO a proposed ordinance increasing the allocation for Barangay Fiesta and Anniversary from 25,000 to 50,000. That's the second request. But considering that there is also another proposal from the Chair of the Appropriations Committee on similar matter, I am amenable to having that item be referred to the Committee on Appropriation under new business.
Okay. No problem with the Chairman of the Committee on Appropriations. So kindly make the final motion, Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the order of business as amended.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Let me acknowledge the presence of City Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning.
Let me also acknowledge the presence of officials from the Metro Naga Water District. Welcome to the Sangguniang Panlungsod. Next item, please.
Next item is under special order of business is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Jesse R. Albios congratulating and commending certain students of the Naga City Montessori School for their outstanding achievements in the American Mathematics Olympiad held last November 8, and the Mat Without Border winter round held on January 24.
Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 7 students of the Naga City Montessori schools received recognitions in the American Mathematics Olympiad held on November 8 and the Math Without Borders held last January 24, 2026. They are Kingston Quiñones of Barangay Calawag, Miguel Angelo Olivan of Concepcion Grande, Nazea Maki of Concepcion Grande, Arturus del Rosario of Barangay Pacol, Aire Amadeo Kaayaw of Barangay Cararayan, Estel Briana R. Valenzuela of Barangay Calawag, and Katniss Cassandra Espihon of Barangay Calawag. So may I move for a passage of individual resolutions for these 7 students of the Naga City Montessori School on joint collective motion.
Joint collective.
On joint and collective motion. Next item.
Next is a communication from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the QWK Events Corporation relative to the staging of the first Isarog International Hot Air Balloon and Music Festival on May 1 to 3 at the Metro Naga Sports Complex.
Reaction, Councilor David Casper, Nathan Serio.
Mr. Chairman, we grant the request of the Mayor. We pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with QWK Events Corporation relative to the staging of the first Isarog International Hot Air Balloon and Music Festival this coming May 1 to 3.
Joint and
Joint
collective.
collective, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution of Honorable Nathan Serio, Honorable Gail Abunal Gomez, Honorable Melvin Ramon Benape, and Honorable Francisco Mendoza, expressing the profound gratitude and appreciation of the City Government of Naga to the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry and to Lushutan Group of Companies for the generous donation of 10,000 school bags with supplies for the underprivileged elementary students of Naga City.
Again, from City Councilor Nathan Serio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kasudma, Mr. Chair, igwang pag-turnover ng sarong donation ng 10,000 bags, school bags na may laog ng mga supplies. Ginibo sa pag-core building, as in si mga proponents dyan. Kami si Presenting Conchal duman na naka-attender. Ang donasyon hali po sa Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry saka sa Lushutan Group of Companies. Ang impormasyon na kuata duman sa saro sa mga opisyalis hali sa grupong mga bisita sa bilog na Pilipinas, mga 38,000 plus lang pala ng bags ang yaon. Pero ang for Naga City alone, ipigbagsak sa tuya ang 1/4 kayan. 10,000 ang yaon digdi sa tuya. Si iba is sa iba may man parte kang Pilipinas, kaya medyo substantial si pig-allocate for Naga City alone. And mapasalamat po kita with this, Mr. Chairman, kumayo man opposition sa plano, I move that we pass a resolution expressing the profound gratitude and appreciation of the City Government of Naga to the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry and to Lushutan Group of Companies for the generous donation of 10,000 school bags with supplies for the underprivileged elementary students of Naga City. So move on your collective motion.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is another resolution, proposed resolution authored by the Honorable David Nathan Serio. Resolution warmly congratulating and commending the City College of Naga administration led by its President Dr. Magno Conag, its faculty and staff for the remarkable performance of its graduates in the April 2026 midway pre-licensure examination.
Again, Councilor Serio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. kang nakaaging ining early part kaning April naggagawa ng board exam sa midwifery, and ang City College of Naga, ang passing rate niya nasa 71.23%, whereas ang national passing rate nasa kwansa na 42.42%. Alangkawon maray si passing rate kang Naga, and maninigo, Mr. Chair, na appresyaron ta si ginibo kang CCN faculty, administration faculty and staff. And with this, I move that we pass a resolution warmly congratulating and commending the City College of Naga administration led by its president, Dr. Magno Cunag Jr., its faculty and staff for the remarkable performance of its graduates in the April 2026 midwifery licensure examination. On joint collective motion, Mr. Chair.
Again, on joint and collective motion. I do hope that we can help the City College of Naga expand its course offerings. I was suggesting to Dr. Magno Conag that we introduce business entrepreneurship and then public administration. So, as chairman of the Committee on Education, I do hope we can start the ball rolling, so to speak, for the expansion of the course offerings of the City College of Naga. Thank you, Councilor.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I think that's an assignment.
Thank you. Next item, please.
A communication from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign a contract with the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or the PhilHealth, relative to the healthcare services on specialized patient care covering specialized outpatient benefits package for general mental health.
Councilor Dr. Gayla Bonal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, last week the PhilHealth visited City Health Office 2 to check whether we are ready to provide general mental health services to our constituents. And upon inspection, Mr. Chair, they saw that we can actually provide these services. So this MOA, Mr. Chair, will allow the city to provide general mental health packages to our patients. So the city mayor is requesting for us to pass a resolution pertaining to this. However, Mr. Chair, upon checking the MOA, there's a need for it to be edited because the signatory on the last page is the
What should be edited, Councilor Gale?
page 3.
Tapos na, taas.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I think the copy provided to me was not the revised one. So, given this, Mr. Chair, may I request that we pass a resolution, Mr. Chair, for the city mayor to enter into such agreement. So, move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Joint and collective again. Next item, please.
Next is a communication from the Office of the City Mayor seeking for the passage of two proposed ordinance. First is an ordinance providing funds for the implementation of the climate exposure and hazard allowance as authorized under Ordinance Number 2026-013, sourced from the salary savings for the period January to February 15, 2026 of various offices, totaling to 3,542,880, and another ordinance adjusting our assistance for the socio-economic cultural activities of barangays during their fiestas and anniversary from 20,000 to 25,000 per event, or a total of 50,000 per barangay, segregating the same from the Barangay Support Fund and providing for a more predictable and expeditious process for this release. expeditious process for its release. The total amount that will be taken out of the barangay support fund will be 1,350,000 pesos.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Appropriations. Councilor Mendoza.
What would be referred to the Committee on Appropriation would be item 2, considering that a proposal of Councilor Baldemoro would include that item. So that item number 2 would be considered jointly with the proposal on BSF disposition proposed by Councilor Baldemoro. But the first item, I think, Mr. Chair, we can already dispose of that, an ordinance providing funds for the implementation of SEHA as authorized under Ordinance Number 2026-013. Considering that that matter ordinance has been unanimously approved by all members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. The only problem is that we do not have the funding to implement the same. Now, this proposed ordinance would respond to that need.
You are telling us that we had a problem before about the availability of funds.
I am stating, Mr. Chair, that we have approved an ordinance, but there was funding provision in the same, so it cannot be implemented. But now we have the source and the proposed ordinance operating the required amount already before us.
Okay, so can you make the motion?
Can I request the Secretariat to flash the draft ordinance? So, an ordinance reverting to unappropriated balance, the amount of 1.35 million. Ito pala. An ordinance reverting to unappropriated balance, the amount of 3,542,850 pesos from salary savings for the period January 1 to February 15, 2026 of certain offices and appropriating the same to other general services account of offices with job order and contractual personnel entitled to climate exposure and hazard allowance as authorized under Ordinance Number 2026-013. Attached, Mr. Chair, with that proposed ordinance are the list of employees as provided by the department heads, concerned department heads, as well as the certification as to availability of funds and of appropriation. So with that, I move that we approve
Second reading.
second reading that proposed ordinance.
Any second?
Second.
Yes, Councilor Balimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am in support for giving SEHA to our personnel. However, Mr. Chair, I just want to make a query. If the following offices having the salary savings were informed na babawasan ang sa indang budget, may we know from the
Councilor Mendoza.
I'm not quite sure if they were informed, Mr. Chair, but those are salary savings and the request is coming from the executive. That balance cannot be used by the department for other purposes until the same is reverted with authority of the city mayor. Given that and considering that the purpose of the reversal is duly sanctioned by the Sangguniang, by the city mayor, I see no problem in reverting the same. Insofar as they are savings realized from January to February.
And we don't have any problem with COA?
I don't see any problem, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so
The condition of COA is that any reversion should be sourced from savings. And
Okay.
the
So,
source is
no
from
complication.
salary savings.
okay, comment from Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With regard to the informing the offices about the proposed measure, we can already take it from the city mayor's office that the city mayor's office will inform this or have informed the offices which are under the city mayor's office, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you. So there was the motion and it was
Seconded.
duly seconded and no objection. Objection? Councilor Rosales?
Just a query, Mr. Chairman. Is the amount of 3.5 million for the entire year? 2026?
Councilor Mendoza.
That will cover the entire year.
That's the only question.
Okay, thank you. So,
Just disclosure, Mr. Chair, the General Services Office also submitted the list of the names that they would like to be included under SEHA, but upon inspection, upon evaluation, those submitted, their compensation already exceeded the threshold set by the SEHA ordinance. So, mayo po dyan taga-GSD.
okay, so the motion was passed, and then there was a second. No objection. So the motion is approved.
Thank you.
On second reading.
On second.
Next item, please.
Next is an email from the Department of Health po. The Department of Health submitting their attached memorandum of understanding to be executed by the DOH, PhilHealth, and the Naga City government, defines the framework for the city's continued status as a universal healthcare integration site.
Okay, the acting head of the Committee on Health, Dr. Gail Abunal Gomez.
May I know, Mr. Chair, if there's a letter endorsement from the city mayor, or letter request from the city mayor? If not, Mr. Chair, perhaps we give this.
Councilor Rosales, was there a request from the city mayor?
There's a routing scheme from the city mayor's office with the handwritten note asking if there's an authority already from the Sangguniang. So
Asking
Yes, Mr.
what?
Chair.
there's a note. Do I have an authority from the SP already? So that's the only thing from the city mayor's office.
But, Mr. Chair, the usual process is that the city mayor's office with the city legal office reviews the memorandum of agreement or understanding for this matter, and then the city mayor writes us a letter of request for her to enter into an agreement. And
So we will wait for the letter of request coming from the city mayor's office.
Perhaps, Mr. Chair, return this back to the city mayor's office and ask for that letter, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Reaction from Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Probably we can refer that to the Committee on Health. Actually, the MOA, being the subject matter of that request, is an updated MOA of a previous MOA we have authorized the city mayor, referring to the Universal Healthcare Program. Pero considering that it's a very long document, we can already refer it to the Committee on Health. At the same time, request the city mayor for the required letter as requested by the chair of the Committee on Health.
Okay, I think that will be fine. So we will refer this to the Committee on Health unless there are objections. So Committee on Health. Next item, please.
Next is a communication from the Office of the City Mayor seeking for a passage of a resolution approving the request of the Barangay Council of Bagong Bayan Norte relative to the release and utilization of the component of the Barangay Support Fund for calendar year 2026 intended for assistance to official barangay socio-cultural activities.
Councilor Ballimoro.
May we know, Mr. Chair, from the Secretariat, the date of the activities of the Barangay Bagong Bayan Norte?
Madam Secretary, kindly answer the question of Councilor Baldemoro.
The memorandum agreement does not have the dates when it will be held.
So, with that, Mr. Chair, may I move to refer the matter to the Committee on Appropriation.
Committee on?
Appropriation.
Okay, Committee on Appropriations. Next item, please.
Next is the inclusion of Honorable Jesse R. Albios expressing profound condolence to Barangay Kagawad RJ Falmones of Barangay Igualdad.
Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yesterday, former Barangay Kagawad RJ Palmones of Barangay Igualdad passed away, and so may I move for the passage of a resolution expressing the profound condolences of the Sangguniang Panlungsod and the city government of Naga on joint and collective motion.
Okay, on joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution of Honorable Peñaflor, a resolution congratulating Barangay Igualdad, headed by Punong Barangay Angelo Romano Benjula, for being recognized as one of the regional awardees and for being declared as first runner-up during the Lupong Tagapamayapa Incentive Awards Assessment.
Councilor Peñaflor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Barangay Igualdad received the first runner-up award in the Lupong Tagapangayapa Incentive Awards and Regional Assessment. So I move for the passage of the resolution. Resolution congratulating Barangay Igualdad, headed by Punong Barangay Angelo Romano Benjola, for being recognized as one of the regional awardees and for being declared as the first runner-up during the Lupong Tagapamayapa Incentive Awards Regional Assessment. So I move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Joint collective.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is under unfinished business. Item number 1 and item number 2, halos parehas lang. A letter dated April 23 of the Acting SP Secretary inviting the person, Mr. Mungoso, MNWD General Manager, to the regular session on April 28 to apprise the Sangguniang Panlungsod of the status of water supply in the city of Naga, and another communication addressed to the City Legal Office and the acting head of the Operation and Administration of the City Engineering Office with similar matters.
The same, relative to the request of the MNWD for assistance for the facilitation of the acquisition of the right-of-way. Anyway, we will discuss the first item, and the rules are suspended. Who will be representing the manager? Florencio Mungoso Jr. Kindly introduce yourself, please.
Morning, Mr. Chair. I'm Chapi de la Cruz, the Public Information Officer of the Metropolitan Naga Water District. First of all, Mr.
What's
Chair,
the reason why the General Manager could not attend this session?
yes, I would like to apologize because GM June is now in Manila. He has a urgent meeting with the administrator and the chairperson of the local water utility administration. But with me are the technical staff of the Metropolitan Water District to give you an update of the present situation of our water supply here in Naga City.
Okay.
May I call Engineer Charmaine to present the program of the Metropolitan Water District.
So in other words, you will not be presenting the report coming from the Metro Naga Water District?
No, sir. I just represent the Office of the General Manager.
So we will be calling up
Engineer Charmaine of the Engineering Department.
Engineer Charmaine. What is the surname of Engineer Charmaine?
Engineer Charmaine Brascia, sir.
Charmaine. Okay, please.
Good morning. Good morning po, Honorable
Good morning.
Vice Mayor Gabriel Bordado, and to the Honorable Councilors of Sangguniang Panlungsod of Naga. So I am Engineer Charmaine Brasha, the OIC Division Head of the Planning, Design, and Construction Division of MNWD. Along with me today are Engineer Sunjun O. Millares, our department head from the engineering department, Engineer Noel A. Martinez, the department head of the operations department, Engineer Melvin Macaraig, the division head of the production division, and his technical staff, Engineer Marlon Castor. So, allow me to present to you the water supply updates for the city of Naga. Next slide, please.
Okay, please.
So currently, MNWD is serving City of Naga and its adjoining municipalities, which are Magarao, Canaaman, Camaligan, and Gainsa. So, as of February 2026, our water supply comes from 34 pumping stations or groundwater sources and 4 spring sources. Also, we have 62,048 active service connections. And for our non-revenue water, or the water extracted but was not delivered to our service connection, it is 35% of our overall production. Next slide, please. So, just to visualize our service coverage area, next po. Next. 85% of our pumping stations are located in Naga City, and 2 out of 4 spring sources are located in the protected area in Barangay Panikwason, City of Naga, and 2 of our spring sources are located in Pili, Camarines Sur. Next po. So in terms of volume, 70% of water produced by MNWD comes from the groundwater, and 30% are produced from our spring sources. Next. Next po. So, lahat po ng na-extract na tubig ni MNWD, we are delivering it through major 4 transmission lines. First is the line 1, which is represented by the orange line. And then, red is line 2. Then next po, line 3 po ang green, and then line 4 po ang color blue. So for line 1, the major source po of line 1 is the 2 spring sources coming from the municipality of Pili, which is the major source going to Concepcion Grande, Concepcion Pequeña, delivering going to Almeda Highway po, and then Commercial Business District of Naga, and then the lower barangays including Sabang, Abella, Santa Cruz, and Igualdad, and then including po ang municipality of Camaligan and Gainsa. So for our line 2, the major sources are all the pumping stations located in Carolina, San Isidro, Cararayan, going po yan digdi sa road, Cararayan, Balatas. Ang pinaka-downstream niya is sa Magsaysay, Yellow Cab area. And then for line 3, these are the water extracted from our 2 spring sources in the protected area in Panikwason. And then we have also Panikwason pumping stations, Carolina pumping stations, and all the pumping stations located in Barangay Pacol and San Felipe. Going na po yan from Panikwason, Carolina, Pacol, San Felipe, and then going to Liboton, Peña Francia, going po sa CBD areas. And then for our line 4, the major source of that is the Carolina 1 pumping station. Yan naman pong line na yan is going po yan sa Magarao to Canaaman. Yes. Yan. So, tingnan po natin yung aming water supply versus demand based on historical from 2021 and projected to 2030. So, next po. Yan. Based on this data, from 2024 to 2021, our water supply is deficit versus the maximum day demand. So, from 2025, hinabol ta po ang maximum day demand by injecting several new pumping stations and extending operation of our pumping stations. And we are projecting na mas madagdagan pa ang satong water supply compared sa satong maximum day demand, wherein later we will see the ongoing efforts of development of water sources and ano pa ang kaipuhan ming i-develop para mas ma-improve ang water supply sa syudad kang Naga. Given the deficits of the water supply, next, this is the status of water supply within our service coverage area. So the areas colored as blue, we expect that there are continuous water supply in the area. Those areas labeled colored in orange, they experience intermittent water supply, or there are times of the day na halos maliyahon pa ang bulos kang tubig or nawawaran. And worst is the areas included in the red portion of this map. Kung bako pong maliyahon ang bulos sa area ninda, halos mayo na pong tubig na nakakaabot sa indang lugar. So, para mas mahiling ta po in a bigger picture kung hain tong mga areas na affected katong mga intermittent water supply. Sa line 1 ta po, ang included barangays po dyan na nakaka-experience ng intermittent water supply are barangays of Sabang, Tabuco, Mabolo, Abella, Igualdad, Santa Cruz, and the municipality of Gainsa. Next po. So, very critical po sa line 1 ang operations kang Sangguniang Mabolo Reservoir located sa Barangay Mabolo. However, ang Mabolo Reservoir mi po, dahil siya nakakadalaga ng fill and draw setup na ang oras lang po ang operations niya ngunyan is from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. dahil maghapo and 6 p.m. onwards hanggang maubos po ang sa iyang laman. So, si Mabolo Reservoir, since mayo pong pressure duman sa mga barangays na yaon po sa after katong commercial districta, siya po ang nagbo-boosting pressure sa area. However, dai kayang i-sustain kang sa iyang refill ang sa iyang pag-inject ng tubig. So, may time frame lang po ang injection kang Mabolo Reservoir. For line 3, ang mga areas po na madalas nakaka-encounter ng intermittent supply, lalong-lalo na kapag may mga pumping stations po kami duman sa areas na nagkakaigwan ng mga emergency repair, are the areas of Copradia, Bagong Sirang, and parts of Parkview in San Felipe. And then, Madrigal subdivisions and its adjacent subdivisions man po sa barangay kang Pacol. Yes. For line 4, mas dakol po ang areas na affected sa line 4 dahil sinda na po si mga pinakaharayo duman sa satuyang mga sources. Almost po kang nasa barangays along sa coastal, included po sinda duman sa mapa subago na pinahiling na colored as red na low to supply. Sa Magaraw po, Kasuray, Fundado up to Punong, then sa Kanaman, starting from Del Rosario, Santa Teresita, Tibgao, Poro, and other coastal, and then for Kamaligan, major parts po of Kamaligan. Yeah. So overall, these are the areas na madalas ranas po ng intermittent supply ng tubig. To address these problems concerning the water supply, we have here the 5-year development plan of MNWD. Yan. So, starting po kang 2025, next po. We have developed 7 new groundwater sources. And then, we are expecting to develop 2 new surface water treatment plants with collaborative water sharing agreements with the National Irrigation Administration, and we are also expecting a bulk water supply from the Calabanga Water District. And then, within 5 years, aside from the ongoing development of 7 new groundwater sources that started from 2025, we also need to develop 7 more additional groundwater sources. So let's see po the updates of the ongoing water source development projects that started from the year 2025. So overall, since 2023, we have been developing 11 new groundwater sources. So nakapag-inject po kita ng one last 2023, which is Carolina 4, one of our biggest groundwater sources of MNWD. And then for 2024, we have injected 3. Pacol 5, Santa Lucia 2, and Almeda 2. And then, we have 7 ongoing well drilling projects last 2025. So, next slide, please. So, as in the video, Kararayan 5 well drilling project is almost 93% accomplished. Kararayan 6 well drilling project located at Sitio Salangigi is already completed late last year. Same with Carolina 7 well drilling, which is located in Sitio Yabu, Carolina. So Kararayan 6 and Carolina 7 po are under use of frac agreements with the LGU-Naga. So, for the other components po, para mag-operate si Sangguniang pumping stations, we have budget allocations for Kararayan 6, Kararayan 5, and Carolina 7, civil works and electromechanical components for year 2026. To update, Kararayan 6 po has been awarded its notice of award to the contractor for the pump house and the pump house, and also Carolina 7. So, other water source developments po, 83% is Carolina 5 well drilling. We have recently completed last February Pacol 4 well drilling project. Located po yan sa near Madrigal subdivision. And then, Carolina 6 well drilling project located along Nursery Road. So, aside po naman sa mga groundwater sources, we have collaborative efforts and activities with the National Irrigation Administration exploring possible surface water resources. Next po. So, with regards to our water line development projects, next po. We have already completed several transmission line projects and distribution line projects, like the Pacol 4 to Happy Homes and Deca Home Vistanza, which has resolved also the water supply issues in in Madrigal subdivisions and its adjacent subdivisions. The first phase of the distribution line project in Sitio Pagdaikon, Mabolo, Naga City, and then distribution line projects along Carolina and Paniguason. We have also completed a transmission line project from Bell to Pangpangkanaman.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
With due respect to
Ay, sorry po.
Madam Engineer, can she just respond to queries? Baka kaya halawig pang report kang MNWD.
Is your report still quite long?
No po. After that po, we will see the long-term projects, proposed projects, and then what are the budgeted and what are the projects included in the financial assistance we are seeking from LUWA to address po the water supply problems in Naga City.
Councilor Mendoza, we will allow her to finish the report.
Okay, thank you.
Next po. Next po. Yan, sige, next na lang po yan. Si mga completed projects lang po ni MNWD with regards sa water line development projects. Yan, previous. Also, as you can see here po sa picture, we have a water line water line project for St. Clair subdivision in Concepcion, Pequeña, Naga City, with the notice to proceed was issued last March 6, 2025 to the contractor, but it was temporarily suspended due to right-of-way issues of the water line project from Almeda going to St. Clair subdivision. Yan. So, for our proposed water line projects that will help us to resolve the issues on the water supply concerns here in the city of Naga. Sige, let's see po the overall map. So, a while ago po, we presented that MNWD has exerted its efforts on developing the water sources. So, kaagong po kang pag-develop mi kang water sources are the water line projects para mai-deliver ta po si tubig na ma-extract ta sa upper barangays of Naga going to the barangays across Naga City. So, for 2026, may budget po sa MNWD for several transmission line projects. Like, delivering Carolina 4 pumping station, which is one of our major source. The transmission lines from Isarog Heights to Carolina proper. And then, delivering also the extracted water from the new Carolina 7 to Corner Yabu Karumatig. But, majority po kang mga transmission line projects are included duman sa nire-request ming financial assistance from LUA para ma-implement. Dahil kay puhan ta pong madara si tubig hali sa taas pa siring digdi sa baba. So we are required to install transmission lines bako lang po digdi sa baba kundi ma-start po kita from corner Zone 3 San Isidro going po yan sa Corner Cararayan, then Corner Cararayan going po sa Del Rosario. From Del Rosario po, main highway going to Corner Almeda Road, and then from Almeda Highway going to Corner Almeda Bypass Road, and then from Almeda Bypass Road po going to Mabolo Reservoir. That's why kasubago, tigpahiling mi po na very critical si Mabolo Reservoir ta para makaboost po siya ng pressure duman sa area sa barangays po kang Sabang, Mabolo, and other adjacent niya pong barangay. So, this transmission line will ensure that the refill of the reservoir will be sustainable versus its injection. So, para po, si reservoir ta na nag-ooperate lang from 3 a.m. to 7 So, kung nag-ooperate lang po si reservoir kung may time frame of operations lang po, kay po hanta pong masustain si sa iyang refill para kaya niya po si 24 hours of injection of water. And then, we also have what proposed water line from Carolina dahil yaon din po dyan si mga ongoing tang water resources projects from Carolina 8 pumping stations, Carolina 5 pumping stations. So, need pa pong ma-implement si mga transmission line projects.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With relative to the discussion, nagkulang po ang tubig, particularly sa Sabang. The reason is nagdakol si consumers. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes po.
Nagdakol si consumers. And number two, is it confirmed na the rapid development in Naga City has an impact to the groundwater availability, groundwater sufficiency of the supply for Nawasa?
Yes po. Because ang malawakan pong pag-concrete kang sa road improvements and concreting can affect the groundwater recharge. So, may link po subago na majority of our water resources come from groundwaters.
And, Mr. Chair, can I continue?
Yes, please.
And you are in active consultation with the LUA so that you can procure and process and implement, establish additional water pumping stations. Is that correct?
Yeah, transmission line projects.
Transmission line projects. Ay nahiling ko po si Saro dyan sa may nursery. May bago dyan na and dakol na ang tubig niya. So I believe it will be one of the projects na ma-contribute sa supply kang Carolina Pacol area. But do you also consult with the MGB of the DANR? Regarding the, because Mr. Chair, MGB has a groundwater map. It's even available in online. This groundwater map indicates the availability of water and sa po may mga pumping stations, di ba? But with regard to MGB, nagwa po ba ng active coordination ang MNWD and ang MGB?
We have active coordination po with the National Water Resources Board, and then because they are the body issuing permits for water allocations.
But ito pong nagtututok mismo kung may tubig umayo is the Mines and Geosciences Bureau, tama po, of the DANR. My concern, Mr. Chair, is that NAWASA should be actively participating in the protection of the groundwater, because I believe that is also not their number one concern. So we have no active collaboration with the MGB as of present, if you know.
Yes po. The rest of our
So Engineer Charmaine is saying that you are not coordinating with the MGB?
we are coordinating po with the DANR, but with regards to the MGB, maybe Engineer Millares can answer.
Okay, so let another engineer answer that.
Mines and Geosciences Bureau, DANR.
Kindly identify yourself.
Engineer Millares po. I'm the OIC Department Head for the Engineering Department.
Okay, Engineer Millares, proceed.
Yes po. With regards po dun sa concerns po ni Councilor po Macarat po, ang MGB po, ang pinaka-concern po nila is para po dyan sa water quality ang sa tuyang groundwater. So, uga po kita ning actually si recent po na consultation po si study kang WRB. Present po doon si MGB kasi po nagagawa po ning study si WRB ngunyan si groundwater po assessment kang Naga City and nearby municipality. Ang po po sila ning inventory katong groundwater. Ngunyan po ang pinaka-worry po duman is si water quality. Iyo po ang concern ng MGB. Pero digas po kayo sa water quantity is NWRB. So, ikaw po kita ning
Engineer, Councilor Arismac Taraig is saying that the MGB has a map of the areas with water,
yes,
which can be drawn by the Metro Naga Water District.
Yes po. Actually po, ang Metro Naga po, ugahan na po kita ning map out po. Si inabot na po na Willfield. Easy na po kang Metro Naga.
So in other words, the MNWD itself has its own map.
Yes po. Kasi po, kami po yung nagkakandak ng drilling, nakikita namin yung water quality. Alam namin yung areas na hindi maganda yung quality.
Have you compared your map with the map of the MGB?
Yes po. Kahit po kay Luwa, meron siyang map ng groundwater assessment.
Councilor Aris.
Mr. Chair, I am particularly interested with the map kung saan nag-aagi po ang tubig na we need to protect. Because sabi mo po nga pag siniremento ta iyan, and igwa palang groundwater reservoir duman, magagadan ito, tama po ba? Maluya ang tubig duman.
Yes po.
Ito po ang effect niya.
Yes
so, actually, we need the help of the MNWD to participate in even granting zoning ordinances. Because pag siniremento ta po ang sarong groundwater area, may mareklamo pong sarong barangay dyan afterwards dahil dahil taman nahihiling si tubig sa irarong. But the MNWD can raise a red flag to any development permits. For example, in Pacol, dakulo na po dyan yung subdivision. And ngunya nagkukumahog ang MNWD to provide water in that area. Because we have not considered the voice of the MNWD. So, since igwa po pala mapa ang MNWD, can we be provided with the map, copy of the map?
Actually po, yung map po na ginagamit ng MNWD, si-study po siya ni NWRB in coordination po with DNR, MJP po. Igwa na po kita ning establish po dyan na critical map kung saan lang po kaya pwede mag-extract ng groundwater. Kaya kung mahiling na po ubaga si mga proposed ng groundwater ngunyan, gabos na po siya nasa upland. Kasi pag abot po dito sa part ng San Felipe, pababa sa sentro, ang saya pong water quality is nag-deplete na. So,
And the concern of Councilor Aris Macaraig is the possibility that waterways will be affected with the construction of the new buildings and the new subdivisions. Yes, Councilor Aris?
Yes, Mr. Chair. San Felipe, for example, may dakulo na din po dyan yung subdivision. It's beside the Naga River.
yes.
Pero Parkview, grabe ang reklamo, di ba? And garo, ingat na ingat kita sa Parkview. I don't know for why maluya duman. And there are reports na like itong sa Sabang lately, harayo na siya from the source. Kung ang inagihan niya grabe na, but the Sabang area also has so many developments, Igualdad and Sabang and Abella. It's very important for us kasi pero we're chasing our own tail. Ma-develop kita and then mahanap na naman kamong bubungkalon natahuban si area. But we have technology, we have recent construction techniques na dahil po masyadong nakaka-apekto sa groundwater. Like itong, if it's an extensive parking area, ikabaga itong dapat medyo perforated siya. So if we know, Mr. Chair, then we could have required the developers. But the developers, the Sangguniang, the city mayor, has no information about those groundwater underneath any development, which we are approving. So maybe we can invite the MNWD to actively see to it na we are approving areas for development without transgressing to the water bodies underneath those lots, Mr. Chair.
Reaction? Engineer?
Yes po. Actually po, si pinakahuri po na study ni NWRB, igwa na po siya tigo project na 2030 na macros na po si water extraction kang sa kuyang groundwater against po doon sa recharge. So, ang recharge po kaya, digo siya ning ko yan, nagkapira po na component, papanuta po yan, papakusugon. Ang inut po to si mga pagsisemento kung pwedeng may ilasenta po siya. Ang pangadwa po, yun po sa pagtanom ng kahoy. Kaya po kay pakusugon ang sa tuyang rainfall, ang para po mag-ipot ayan, kaya po magtanong po ng kahoy. Ngunyan po, ang Metro Naga Water District, iba po kataling watershed po di sa protected area, nagbababa na po kabidig di sa tuyong mga private lots. Actually, yaw na po katig di sa Naga River Watershed. Nag-launch po ang MNWD ng agroforestry program para po si mga open space po na mga private lots na gumawa po kita sa inda para po tanuman po ang sa inda mga open space. Sarap po yan sa esforso kang MNWD para po bako lang po kayo sa pag-request po kaya po ning rainfall, dagdag po na rainfall plus po
So, in other words, you are more than willing to participate in the process.
Yes po.
Okay, reaction from Councilor Mendoza, the first one who tried to break the flow of reports.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The report has already been broken. My query is, nasisibot kita magparahanap ng tubig from the groundwater. May plano na mag-tap sa surface water sa Mount Isarug o kung sa Indian, sa itaas?
Actually, ang inot na po, actually yes po, igwa. Uga po kita. Actually, way back po 2005 pa po.
In Pili.
2005. Pigilin na po na maging surface water po si Yarihan, tapos si Yabu River. Kasi siya lang po si Duwang dakulat ang river sa taas. Si opportunity po kaya si upon research po, ang NIA, kulang na po ang tubig sa part po ng Inarihan. Then si Yabu River na po na pigilin na option, nagtaon na po si NWRB na mayo na po dyan available na water rights. So kaya po ngunyan po ang ongoing na po ngunyan na efforts po is yun na po ni si mga NIA dams. Uga po kita ngunyan yung water sharing po na pigpaluwas po kang NWRB sa DNR and with NIA na si mga rights po na kang NIA na excess po sa INDA, isi-share po nila sa water district. Then doon po kita makonstruct ng surface water na treatment plant.
Applicable yan sa service area nindo?
Yes po. Ikaw po kitang saro po ngunyan digdi sa may likod po kang Hardin Real. May dam po dyan si NIA. Si Balata CIS po dyan. Uwan na po kita ng draft MOA. Actually, yaw na po sa OGCC, sa legal consultation na po katong MOA. Aban checking na po ninda.
Okay. One more, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
Nasabi ni engineer na by 2030, ang groundwater problematic na.
Ang 2030 po kaya, iya pong inaapunta na itong recharge rate against po sa extraction rate. Pero ang groundwater po kaya, data po iya pigihiling na uubuson tayan. Ito pong study ninda is ma-cross na po ang extraction rate against po sa recharge. Meaning to say po, mas makusog na po kita mag-extract kaysa ito nagalaw din tubig sa groundwater. So kaya po, ngunyan pa lang as early as na po, ikaw na kitang ginigibong mga intervention para po, ito pong recharge rate po, mapakusog to ng giraray po yan.
So that should serve as a warning, Mr. Chair, na by 2030, dahil na, practically dahil na kayang isuplayan si mismatch na si recharge rate duman sa withdrawal.
Kaya, actually po, kaya man po siya, pero kaya po nga tawag maghiling other option, iyon na po to si pagtapta po ng surface water.
Okay.
And that will be on 2030.
Yes. One last, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Councilor Mendoza, last question.
As reported, ang systems loss is 35%, pero ang allowable sa NIA is 20%.
30%.
Per Google, check ko pa lang. So, is there any effort to reduce systems loss?
Yes po. Actually po, ang MNW po kaya, ang mga pipelines is may mga identified na po kita mga luma. So, si mga for pipe replacement po yan. And si iba po na mga pipelines tayo na po kaya sa loogang drainages. So, prone na po siya sa leakages. So, iyan po ang, lugar po kita nakapila ng mga projects po for pipe replacement po. Para ma-itrim down ta po yan ng revenue water po.
So we can still get that 20% systems loss.
Yes po.
Okay, Councilor Albios.
Mr. Chair, 2 weeks ago, the Committee on Public Utilities conducted its committee hearing on the complaints of residents from Barangay Sabang and Parkview in San Felipe. Magpun ka to until today, ano si naging initiative, ano ang actions para ma-improve si water supply duman sa areas ang nadadangogtan kadakol ang reklamo sa Barangay Sabang. So at least from 2 weeks ago until now, nagkaigwa ng improvements sa water supply duman.
Yes po. After po katong meeting 2 weeks ago po, ang siinot po duman na pag-urulay, ma-extend po kami ng pumping station na hours po. So nagdaglag na po kami ng mga oras po si mga critical na pumping station para po mag-improve po si pressure duman sa area. Then after po kato, nagkagandak po kita ng leak detection. Actually, huwag po kita nakuha duman na 3 na mga leaks po duman sa lines. Critical po kaya ang leaks pag may uga po ng leakages ng pipe, definitely maluyang pressure, mawawalan siya ng tubig. Then nagpapadeliver na po kita ng lorry po duman sa loob po katong Metro Bill. Yan po.
Yes, follow-up question. Councilor
Follow-up,
Albios.
Since igwa ng initiative, kaulay ko ngunyan si Cap Cyrus, ang sabi ninda, although may naglalaog ng water supply, kailang mga 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. ang usually na water flow sa Barangay Sabang. So, ang problema ninda magkakahirilang sinda, mapupuyat kakahalat kang paglaog kang tubig. Ano pa ang pwede magibuan ng paagi para ma-ensure na mas maaga ang paglaog kang water supply naman sa Barangay Sabang?
Actually po, ang inot na po ang ginibo dyan is iyo po, mag-extend ni pumping station. Huwag pong pangadawa na inabot po na demand management. Actually po, may mga areas po kaya na nag-abot pang tubig minsan 11 o'clock, alauna. So ang pigre-recommend na po sa areas na may intermittent po is maglag po sila sa dire na po ng tangke. Kasi po kaya pag iyan po para po din sila naghahalat, ang tangke po ninda, cistern tank, nakatapo yan sa linya. Kung magkaigo pong tubig, mapapano si tangke niya. Pag aaga po naman silang supply, duga po siya magagamit. Iyan pong inabot na demand management po yan. So kay po tama po gari ang tabang po kang consumer na maka-adjust po. Actually po ang iya pong demand management po ginagamit na po siya po sa part po kang gainsa. Actually iyo po kasi oras na nagsusupply kami 3 AM hanggang 7 PM pero maghapon po maluyang bulusinda. Pero sa oras po na yan nakakatipo na po sila ng tubig for the whole day. So aram na po nila ng oras na araw po kaning oras makakatipo sila ng tubig.
Okay, Councilor Maria Corazon Peñaflor.
Thank you po, Mr. Chair. Kasi bago po kaya sabi ko po na siguro po ang napunta po akong concrete solutions na makatabang po naman sa mga barangay na with irregular water supply, likewise Sabang, Igualdad and other, and Mabolo. Maybe may I just suggest that ang MNWD mag-supply na lang po ng water truck lorry para po duman sa mga barangay na kulang-kulang para aramta po baga ang water is a basic needs of human. So dapat po maging alert to kita sa pagtabang dahil dahil po talagang kaipon na maray and grabing sakripisyo ni dahil makainom tubig sa mga oras. Saka po sa kuya po pong isa-suggest na sana po i-check po ang mga damage water pipes kasi saro pa po yan sa nagpapupuntor na dahil baka dalaga ng mga tubig sa mga kaharungan. Lalong-lalo na po pag nagkakaibang mga bago mga building na ginigibo, talaga pong kadakal po na dadamage na mga water pipes. Sana po na matamantulos ng immediate solution.
Reaction from the MNWD?
Yes po. Siguro po suggestion po sa mga consumer if ito po may mahiling po na leak po sa Maagyarinda, kung pwede po ma-report po sa Samuya po official na Facebook page po para matahan po tulo siya ni Kuya Noo. The more po kayo na katabang na may mag-report po kang leak, the better po yan sa side kang Metro Naga Bato District po. Thank you po.
Yes, Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, brother, Engineer Millares.
Morning.
Kaso bago po, na-flash on screen, remedy duman sa St. Clair subdivision at Concepcion Pequeña, itong ang problema is the right of way. For the information, Mr. Chair, ang mga tao duman sa St. Clair, nakakakuasin din ng tubig, supply ng tubig from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. So, given the situation and hinahalat itong possible na acquisition katong right of way, ano itong measure na pigigibo kang MNWD para man maisman si Borden katong mga taga St. Clair na permisindang matanga para lang makakuha ng tubig.
Yes, please. MNWD.
Yes po. Sa part po kang St. Clair, siguro po i-update ko na po padagos. Iya po kayang right to be issue po dyan. Issue po siya duman sa part po kang PNR kasi aram na po ang PNR road is government road po siya. Ngunyan po, tinghiling ta po si other route po katong pipelines ta po dyan na iagita na lang po di sa may City College of Naga, pasiring po sa may St. Clair. Ngunyan po, uga pa po ning at least ang araw ko is tulog ginnegotiate po na lote para po makaagi na po kita, matugutan na kitang ma-implement na po si project. Ngunyan po, pagkabot po duman sa ngunyan po na ispaso kang opisina is, ang opisina po is pagtabot laga ng lorry sa areas po na yan. So, iyon po ang effort po na pigito kang opisina ngunyan. Magtaw po sa schedule po sa lorry.
Okay, any other question? Yes, Councilor Aris.
Can we, Mr. Chair, can we ask the MNWD from time to time whether they have objections to the approval of a preliminary locational clearance or the development permit which may be required by the CPDO? Because kapag nagigibo pong bagong subdivision, di ba, you have to comment, but you are only commenting on the availability of the supply. May linya kami dyan, kaya mo yan, di ba? And you will say go. But you are not telling us na maapektuhan po kaya may groundwater dyan sa Erarong. Can you also add that information so that we can require the developer to put up measures so that it will not adversely affect the existing groundwater under that proposed subdivision?
Yes po.
Reaction from the MNWD.
Yes po.
Can you provide that information also with accord? Nagko-comment po kamo.
Yes po.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other comment? Can you provide us with hard copies of your report?
Yes po.
So, no comment from the members of the council. We thank the Metro Naga Water District for answering all the questions of the members of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod. So we proceed to item number 2, which is also related to the MNWD. Item number 2, Madam Secretary.
The item number 2 is a letter dated April 23, inviting the city legal officer and the acting head of the operation and administration of the city engineering office during this regular session relative to the request of the Metropolitan Naga Water District for assistance for the facilitation of the acquisition of the right-of-way for the proposed new distribution line leading to Villa Fulgentes of Barangay Sabang.
Okay, who is representing the city engineer's office? Engineer Alex Fabiano.
Marinaga po, Chair.
Marinaga man sa imo.
Asin sa gabas po. Regarding po sa request, dahil tigasin lang po ako na representative, sa kuya po, mayo pong nakaabot na request regarding naman sa right-of-way acquisition.
What do you mean?
Ano ka po nabasa sa request?
So in other words, you are clueless about this
Yes.
particular item.
But pag-abot po dun sa bagay na yan, ang tigigibot is nagkakandak po kita ng survey regarding sa current situation kang road o mga right-of-way kung may mga encroachment. So yan po ang tigigibot and pigpapaabot na po ang mga affected kung ang aagihan po kang sarong line, lalo na sa Nawasa, is private.
Will the Secretariat provide Engineer Fabiano with a request of the Metro Naga Water District? Because as he said a while ago, he doesn't know anything about this request.
Hindi na po, nakabot. No content for the project. Nakalagay po, proposed new distribution line leading to Villa Fulgentes. So, pati po si bossing po ay pwede po aram kung ano po ang project.
Yes, Councilor Nathan Serio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think ang mga personahe kang water district may impormasyon katakod kang right of way kasi mga property owners ang agihan baka taon taning dikit giraray na pagkakataon maka
Yes, please. We will request Engineer Millares to give us some info so that Engineer Fabiano can act on whatever request you have made.
Yes po, good morning po. So, ini po si Setoya po na vicinity map. Ini pong may mga water lines po, iya po ni si Metroville. Then, iyang likod po kaya, iya po si Villa Fuentes. Puro po kayo siya mga private lots. So, hanggang lang po yun sa kantong sa mga water lines. So, pwede po kutang i-extend si water lines. Unfortunately po, upon research po sa assessor, private property po yan, likod na yan. So, 2025 po, nagpadala na po kami ng letter po, requesting po duman sa mga lot owner. Next po. Next po. Yan, next po. So ini po si sa tong letter po, 2024 po yan actually. Ini po si mga lot owner po duman na matraverse po si sa yung project. Nagpadala na po kati dyan sa inda. Sa ano po ini. Yan, kay Ma'am Mendoza, Pulientes. Yan po. Ini po disigo po sa pinadaran tayo mga letter. Unfortunately po, mayo pa po kita nakang response. Kasi po, kay Panta po kaya siyang malatagan ng bagong pipelines. Kasi
By the way, what was your request?
Ang request po kani at least po kung if si lot owner po, if possible po siya maka-coordinate po sa LGU to donate po si right of way po doon katong part ng sa iyang property.
How's that again?
Request po para po sa donation na ito pong aagihan po sa tuyang project.
Request for donation.
Possible donation po.
Possible donation.
Sa LGU-Naga. Bako po sa
Councilor Rosales, please.
We must refer this matter to the committee for further discussion, especially that there are matters which will require the presence of the city legal officer. So I suggest we refer this to the proper committee.
What specific committee?
Public utilities, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so you have a motion. Kindly make a formal motion, Councilor Rosales.
Chairman, I move that we refer this matter to the Public Utilities Committee.
Any second?
Mr. Chair, was already referred to the
Comment?
committee. Was already referred to the committee, Mr. Chair.
This was already referred to the Committee on Public Utilities?
Discussed with the committee, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Councilor Nathan Serio?
Another idea how to do about this, Mr. Chair. Perhaps we can, with this information, igwa ng mga lot areas na apektado, property owners, tapos igwa ng areang kaipuhan kang Parsareta Boy. Perhaps we can endorse this already to the legal office para magibuning kuan para ma-acquire si right of way.
Okay.
Igwa naman mapang binibo, siguro require ta, Mr. Chair, and water district isumiter yan digdi sa tuya sa record ninda nangarig igwa ng pagpunan dahil na mapuon sa zero ang city engineering
City Engineer's Office. Do we have a representative coming from the City Legal Office? No representative.
Invited sila.
Quiet, busy with other cases. Yes, Councilor Albios.
I support the proposal of the Honorable Serio na i-refer na sa City Legal Office. Iyon po yan sinaging disposition during the last committee hearing. Since
Committee on Public Utilities. Okay.
Since ang letter po kang MNWD was received by the City Mayor's Office last September, kailang day yata na-endorse sa City Legal Office. So kung ano, mahagad na lang kami ng copies giaray para ma-endorse kang Sangguniang Panlungsod sa City Legal Office for assistance para duman sa right of way na pigahagad.
So we will be requesting copies from the Metro Naga Water District, and then we will eventually transmit it to the office of the City Legal Officer. Okay? And we must also inform the City Engineer's Office. Engineer Fabiano, you should coordinate with the Metro Naga Water District, please.
We have no previous conversation with regards sa project. So ang pag-arap po kayan, ang ginigibata po dyan once na may project kita is nakakandak po kita ng public consultation sa mga affected areas po. Lalo na si mga agyan po na private properties. So, kinukuha po sa mga affected, araw po kaya may mga pangaran na doon po sa barangay, nagkakandak kitang public consultation.
Anyway, the MNWD has already apprised us about the areas which will be covered by the move. So, yes, Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to dispose and to synthesize the different proposals, I move jointly with the other proponents, Councilor Sirio and Councilor Albios and Councilor Rosales, that we direct, number one, the City Legal Office and the HSDO plus the City Engineer's Office to coordinate with the MNWD to facilitate and expedite the acquisition of the needed areas for the installation of that water line. So, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Yes, comment? Councilor Peñaflor? Will somebody do something about the sound system?
May I suggest to include the City Assessor's Office to participate the discussion?
How's that again?
May I request to include in the discussion City Assessor's Office to participate on the
City Assessor's Office? Councilor Mendoza?
I support the proposal of the good councilor, considering that the city assessor have the records as to the ownership of the properties concerned.
Okay, so we will also include the City Assessor's Office. Yes, Councilor Jokno.
Yes, Mr. Chair, may I know from the Water District if there were already initial talks with the persons listed as owners of those lots?
Metro Naga Water District, please.
Actually po, may letter na po kita, December 2024 po. Actually, iyan po si mga letters na po. Naka-address po siya kay Governor po, City Mayor po. Iyan po si initial tank coordination mga doon po sa mga lot owners ta. Iba na po kita ng...
Okay, thank you.
Can you flash the list again, please? Person number 2, Fortunato Mendoza, is that the same as the Pato Mendoza that we know?
Yes po.
Same.
Okay, and I think Amy Mendoza is his daughter. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Councilor Jokno. We have to finalize the motion made by Councilor Mendoza. There was already a second. And do we have any objection?
None.
There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Councilor Sergio.
nagbulos na ang balaog kamal na Diyos. Ay mo po recess.
Recess. Resume. Where is the secretary? Next item, please.
Next item is a letter dated April 15 from Engineer Jimael Tabinas, Building Section Head, City Engineering's Office, submitting the report of the implementation of the DILG and DOE Memorandum Circular Number 1, Series of 2026 on requirements for the net metering applications under Renewable Energy Act of 2022-2002.
Any comment?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Aris Makaraig.
we required this compliance during our committee hearing in Committee on Environment and Energy. So we may just note the compliance, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated April 16 from Mr. Roderick Reporsado, PESO Manager, submitting the report on the implementation of the Jumpstart Philippines program in Naga City.
Again, any comment on this report submitted by Mr. Roderick Reforzado? Any reaction? So we take note of the report. Next item.
Next is another communication from Mr. Roderick Reporsado, BCS Terminal Manager, submitting the required documents in support to the request for the reduction of terminal fees at the Bicol Central Terminal.
Councilor Omar Buenafe, do you have any comment regarding this communication coming from Mr. Reporsado, being the head of the Committee on Transport?
Mr. Chair, I request that we refer this matter to the Committee on Transport for discussion of this request.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Transport. Any second? Any objection? There being done, the motion of Councilor Omar Buenafe is approved.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Ways and Means for the hearing last April 16, with the attached proposed ordinance of Honorable Mendoza entitled An Ordinance Setting the Anniversary Date as the Date of the Renewal of Mayor's Permit, prescribing guidelines for its implementation for other purposes.
Committee on Ways and Means. The report will be rendered by the Chairman, Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Ways and Means held last April 16.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
There was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
The first item is a proposed ordinance authored by Honorable D.C. Nathan A. Sirio, authorizing the collection of 250 pesos as an inspection fee from private early childhood care and development centers during the evaluation and monitoring process for the grant of recognition and penalties. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to return the draft ordinance to the primary proponent for consideration of the recommendations from the Naga City Early Childhood Care and Development Program Office and for compliance with the guidelines issued by the National Early Childhood Care and Development Council. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Second item, a proposed ordinance authored by this representation setting the anniversary date as the date of renewal of mayor's permit, prescribing guidelines for its implementation and for other purposes. May I be permitted, Mr. Chair, as
Yes, please proceed.
on the disposition on motion of the proponent, this representation, seconded by Punong Barangay Rito, representative of the Liga ng mga Barangay, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary the favorable consideration and second reading of the proposed ordinance setting the anniversary date as the date of renewal of the mayor's permit.
Any comment from the members of the plenary?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
may I be permitted to present the proposed ordinance because this has been recommended on second reading?
Yes, please.
Briefly, Mr. Chair, itinerary copies have been provided to the members. Briefly, this would change the practice of new businesses renewing their permits on from January 1 to 20. That has been the practice ever since. But with the passage of the Ease of Doing Business law, a new business can renew their mayor's permit on the anniversary date of their date of application. So for instance, they applied for a mayor's permit in March, then that they have to renew that mayor's permit March the following year. Rather than it being terminated by December, it would extend up to March. So that is the content of this proposed ordinance, which has been which has undergone committee and public hearings. The substance of the ordinance is under Section 4, Amendment to Section 48. Section 48 of Ordinance Number 2004-123, 123 is hereby amended to read as follows. Ordinance 2004-123 is the Revenue Code of the City. Section 48, Time of Payment, Business Taxes and Mayor's Permit Fees. 1. New business. The business taxes and fees of a newly started business shall be paid not later than the 20th day from its registration date, provided that if payment is made after the 20th day, penalty and surcharge shall apply. Payment of the total amount due may be made in full or quarterly. If the latter, it must be made in accordance with the schedule for quarterly installments to avoid penalty and surcharges. Actually, dating practice man lang yun eh. Si dating practice pwedeng magbayad quarterly on the first 20th day kahit tong succeeding quarter. Hindi pong sa proposed ordinance, the same practice would be followed. Renewal of mayor's permit. The renewal of mayor's permit and the payment of the corresponding local business taxes, fees, and charges without penalty shall be made not later than the 20 days from its expiration date. So, pong 20 days na grace period. The expiration date, as indicated on the mayor's permit, shall be the entity's anniversary date. Validity. The mayor's permit shall be valid until the expiration date indicated on its face, with an additional grace period of 20 days for the settlement of the applicable taxes, fees, and charges. So, ang validity po ng mayor's permit ng 1 year. Kung araw dati, automatic by December ma-expire.
Mr. Chair.
Reaction, Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we know from the proponent if the 20-day 20-day validity period or 20-day expiration date has a national mandate or just only a local implementation.
The national mandate comes from the ease of doing business law. Ang purpose kaya, ma-decongest itong January. We just follow the usual practice as indicated in the local government code na kung quarterly ang payments, mayong penalty kung babayaran on the first 20 days kang succeeding quarter. So yung rule na yan, we just adapted it for this purpose.
My query, Mr. Chair, is pertaining to the renewal. Since ang magiging renewal na is the anniversary date, my apprehension is baka malingaw itong mga business owner. Unlike today, na ang renewal every January. So, if the proponent and if it is allowable, could we extend up to 30 days?
It is up to the Sangguniang to extend. In fact, during January, it has been the practice that we extend the deadline up to end of the month or up to the first week of February. Iyan si dati tang ginigibo. And given that practice, I think we can still apply it under this regime.
Mr. Chair, if the proponent is amendable, could I suggest instead of 20 days, be it 30 days?
Mr. Chair, normally it's 20 days, and in the event that it has to be extended, then the Sangguniang has to pass the corresponding ordinance. That has been, again, the practice.
Mr. Chair, iyan kaya nangyayari during the BOS na ini-extend kaya lang iyang validity pag nag-renew na, halimbawa, February na, si anniversary date, dahil man pwedeng mapasa ang sanggunian ng extension just for that particular period. Kaya mas maray, since nagigibog itang bagong ordinansa, ilag na sa ordinance na instead of 20 days, gibuho ng 30 days.
Are you amenable to that proposal?
I think, I believe, Mr. Chair, that is the responsibility of the taxpayer to remember the due date of his obligations. I agree that we cannot pass an ordinance every time there is an expiration of 20 days, considering the date is variable. Dahil na bako ng araw dati na every January deadline. Pero still, I believe na responsibility naman yung kang taxpayer na girumdumon itong sa iyang due date.
So you do not agree to the proposal of Councilor Valdemoro to extend it to 30 days?
I would propose that we retain the 20-day period.
Okay. Any other comment?
Just to add, Mr. Chair, there is a provision here wherein there would be a year-round business one-stop shop. Considering na bilog na taon na ang pagbayad, pag-renew kang mayor's permit, we are providing a section wherein in consonance with RA number 11032, yun po ni si Ease of Doing Business Law, a year-round business one-stop shop shall be made operational this year, wherein all city government offices involved in business renewal and a representative from the BFP, Bureau of Fire Protection, are co-located in one place. So sinasabi ta po digdi na bago matapos ang taon, dapat ugwan kitang one-stop shop. Actually, this is also mandated by law, and there had been efforts under the previous administrations to set this up. Pero dahil po nadadagos, given na igwan kitang ordinance allowing year-round renewal, I believe it is really necessary now that we set it up.
Okay.
With that, Mr. Chair, I move that we approve on second reading the proposed ordinance.
Any second? Second. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved on second reading.
That's the last item. So, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, regulating the wearing of masks, balaklabas, and other face coverings that conceal identity in certain public places and situations in the city of Naga.
Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, this is a part of the report of the public hearing of the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety. May I request that it be taken together with item number 8 during the reporting of the public hearing of Peace and Order and Public Safety.
Okay. Item number
13.
13.
13.
From
Peace and order.
number 7 and 8, we will together with item number 13, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Next is the letter dated April 17 from Engineer Edgardo Piamonte, Executive Officer of Casureco 2, informing that the cooperative is adhering to the DOA and the ILG Joint Memorandum Circular Number 1 Series of 2026 and other rules pertaining to the Renewable Energy Act of 2008 and net metering program of the government.
Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Similar with the manifestation of the City Engineering Office, Mr. Chair, this is in compliance with the committee hearing on environment and energy. So I move that it be noted, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, we take note of this particular item. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Land Use held last April 23.
Committee on Land Use, headed by Councilor Doc Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Land Use?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held on April 23, 2026, and there was a quorum.
Okay, there was a quorum.
First items, the letter dated 16 April 2026 from Engineer Rolando Campillos, HSDO Head, requesting the amendment of Resolution Number 2018-687, which approved the preliminary approval and locational clearance for ISEPA Homeowners Association Incorporated, located at Zone 7, San Felipe, Naga City. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, duly seconded by Honorable Mendoza, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to direct the City Planning and Development Office to facilitate the processing of the application for variance or exemptions of ISEPA Homeowners Association and endorse their appropriate recommendations to the Sangguniang Panlungsod within 15 days. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report of the Committee on Housing, Mr.
Thank you, Councilor Doc Jesse Albios. Next item, please.
Next is the Committee on Housing and Settlement held last April 23.
Committee on Housing and Settlement, again headed by Councilor Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Housing and Settlements?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held on April 23, 2026, and there was a quorum.
Okay.
First item is the letter dated 6 April 2026 from the Office of the City Mayor, requesting for the passage of an ordinance authorizing the expropriation of a portion of a property identified as Lot 873-F-42-64-D with areas of 11,481 square meters and 1,454 square meters, or a combined total area of 12,935 square meters located at Sitio Salonggigi, Barangay Cararay, Naga City, intended for the city government socialized housing program. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan A. Serio, duly seconded by Honorable Jokno, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of an ordinance exercising the power of eminent domain
over a portion of the property identified as Lot 873-F-42-64-D with areas of 11,481 square meters and 1,454 square meters, or a combined total area of 12,935 square meters located at Sitio Salongigi, Barangay Cararay, Naga City, intended for the city government socialized housing program, subject to the final determination of the amount necessary as just compensation, therefore, and authorizing the city mayor to file the necessary expropriation proceedings in court and the city legal officer to appear in the pre-trial thereof and enter into compromise agreement therein with the concurrence of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 2 is the certification issued by the city treasurers with respect to the registration of Monteville Homeowners Association Incorporated as a business entity. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to direct the joint inspection team to submit their inspection report for the Monteville subdivision within 10 days upon receipt hereof. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 3, first endorsement dated March 16, 2026 from Engineer Rolando Campillos, HSDO Head, endorsing the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board Resolution number 2026-04, approving the request of Meli Federizon involving a property located at Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City, covered by the Kaantabay sa Kauswagan program of the city government. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Upon the favorable endorsement of the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board through Resolution number 2026-04, on motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of a resolution approving the transfer of beneficial rights over Lot 24, Block 11, with an area of 57 square meters covered by the Kaantabay sa Kauswagan program of the city government from the late spouses Alfred Federizon and Remedios J. Federizon to their daughter-in-law Meli Federizon. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 4 is the first endorsement dated March 16, 2026 from Engineer Rolando Campillos, HSDO Head, endorsing the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board Resolution number 2026-03, approving the request of Nilda Celestial Rodriguez involving a property located at Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City, covered by the Kaantabay sa Kauswagan program of the city government. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Upon the favorable endorsement of the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board through Resolution number 2026-03, on motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of a resolution approving the transfer and conveyance of a parcel of land located at Block 11, Lot 26, Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City, covered under the Kaantabay sa Kauswagan program of the city government through a deed of absolute sale following an extrajudicial settlement of estate with waiver of rights from the spouses Montano Celestial and Matilde de la Cruz Celestial to their daughter Nilda Celestial Rodriguez. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 5 is the first endorsement dated March 16, 2026 from Engineer Rolando Campillos, HSDO Head, endorsing the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board Resolution number 2026-01, approving the request of Emeline Alarcon Corpus involving a property located at Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City, covered by the Kaantabay sa Kauswagan program of the city government. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Upon the favorable endorsement of the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board through Resolution number 2026-01, on motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of a resolution approving the transfer by way of donation of a parcel of land located at Lot 20, Block 7, Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City, covered under the Kaantabay sa Kauswagan program of the city government from spouses Dominador Alarcon, and Encarnacion Alarcon to their granddaughter Emeline Alarcon Corpus. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report of the Committee on Housing.
Thank you, Councilor Doc Jesse Albios. Next item, please.
Next is the joint committee report of the Committee on Health and Nutrition and Children held last April 16.
Committee on Health and Nutrition, as well as the Committee on Children. The report will be rendered by Councilor Doc Gail Abonal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, for the Committees on Health and Nutrition and Children, may I request acknowledgement of this report?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held last April 16. There was a quorum, Mr. Chair.
There was a quorum. Good.
Item number 1 is the letter dated April 6 from the City Mayor seeking the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development relative to the implementation of the supplementary feeding program. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Baldemoro, jointly seconded by the members present during the committee hearing, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary the passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with DSWD Region 5 relative to the implementation of the supplemental feeding program. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The committee also resolved that the important points of the discussion on the matter should be incorporated in the whereas clauses section of the resolution that will be prepared. First, the city government intends to implement the supplemental feeding program in partnership with the DSWD and seeks to authorize the city mayor to enter into such a memorandum of agreement for the purpose. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
To also mention that the supplemental feeding program is a vital program aimed at improving the nutritional status and health of child beneficiaries in the Educare Center. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The program currently has 3,131 beneficiaries and requires effective implementation, monitoring, and liquidation in coordination with the DSWD Region 5. So move, Mr. Chair.
Again, any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The approved allocation of 25 pesos per meal per beneficiary has been affected by rising food costs, necessitating adjustments to ensure the provision of nutritious meals. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
It has also been recommended that the city government shoulder the cost of rice to allow the per beneficiary allocation to be used for nutritious viand. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
No objection. The motion is approved.
The committee deliberations provided inputs for improving program guidelines to be led by the Executive Department, ensuring the effective delivery of the services. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
There is a necessity to authorize the city mayor to enter
Into MOA.
into a MOA with the SWD Region 5 for the continuous implementation of this program. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 2 is a letter dated March 24 from Dr. Johan Sales, our city veterinarian, containing their comments and recommendations on the proposed Naga City Animal Cremation and Biosanitation Ordinance. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to furnish the proponent with the City Veterinary Office comments and recommendations for appropriate consideration in the event that the proposed ordinance will be refiled. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The third item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo B. Felix, institutionalizing the annual observance of World Health Day in the city of Naga every April 7, establishing a local health promotion and public health engagement framework and appropriating funds therefore. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to direct the SP Secretariat to furnish City Health Office 1, City Health Office 2, the Naga City General Hospital, and Our Lady of Lourdes Infirmary with copies of the proposed ordinance and request their comments thereon to be submitted to the Secretariat within 10 days from receipt thereof. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The fourth item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, establishing and institutionalizing the Nagaen Youth Hills Fellowship Program of Naga City, a one-year youth public health leadership fellowship and youth health ambassadorial program, and appropriating funds therefore. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Due to time constraints, the committee resolved to defer consideration of the matter and reschedule it for the next committee hearing.
Second.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The last item, Mr. Chair, is another proposed ordinance from the Honorable Felix, establishing the Naga City Youth Cardio-Renal Metabolic Health Protection Program to promote prevention, early risk awareness, and healthy lifestyle among Nagaen youth, and providing for its implementation. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Same disposition, Mr. Chair. Due to time constraints, we resolve to defer consideration of the matter for rescheduling next committee hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That's all for the report. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Gayla Bonal Gomez. Next item, please.
Next is the report of the Peace and Order and Public Safety held last April 16.
Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety. The report will be rendered by Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The committee conducted a public hearing last April 22, and there was no need for a quorum. However, please allow me to acknowledge the significant presence of our colleagues, Honorable Francisco Mendoza and Honorable Maria Colorzon M. Peñaflor, together with Punong Barangay Efren Nepomuceno. The main item discussed, Mr. Chair, was the proposed ordinance authored by this representation, Councilor Omar Buenafe, regulating the wearing of masks, balaclavas, and other face coverings that conceal identity in certain public places and situations in the city of Naga in the interests of public safety and in support of law enforcement operations. So the main objective of this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, is to reduce opportunities for criminal activity facilitated by deliberate concealment of identity in specific settings, and to assist also our lawful law enforcement operations in high-risk environments such as establishments, public spaces, and motorcycle-related encounters. If we will recall, Mr. Chair, that this proposed ordinance has been presented previously on second reading, and with the manifestations that were pronounced by our colleagues in the 15th Sangguniang, we deemed it necessary to make some revisions and return the matter to the committee. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the proponent, addressed to the chairperson during the committee public hearing, Honorable Councilor Mendoza, and duly seconded by Honorable Peñaflor, the committee presided by the acting chairman, Honorable Mendoza, resolved to recommend to the plenary the approval on second reading of the proposed ordinance entitled An Ordinance Regulating the Wearing of Masks, Balaclavas, and Other Face Coverings that Conceal Identity in Certain Public Places and Situations in the City of Naga in the interest of public safety and in support of law enforcement operations. However, Mr. Chair, supposed to be we are submitting this for approval on second reading. However, just this morning I received a copy of the comprehensive legal opinion from our city legal officer.
Comprehensive, huh? Okay.
Albeit medyo yes, Mr. Chair, and I wouldn't want to
ignore the comprehensive comments.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I would like to consider the valuable inputs that were given by our city legal officer. So without Mr. Chair, I move that the proposed ordinance be returned to the proponent for inclusion, for revision and inclusion of the valuable inputs that were given by our city legal officer. So I move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That ends my report.
Thank you, Councilor Omar Buenafe. Next item.
Next item is a letter dated April 23 of Honorable Pablo Pavilian for Miranda III, Executive Judge of the Regional Trial Court, 5th Judicial Region, Naga City, containing his comments and recommendation in the proposed ordinance on notarial services in the City of Naga.
We will refer this to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Next item, please.
The proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Hilda Gail Abonal Gomez, an ordinance institutionalizing the annual LGBTQIA+ commitment ceremony in the City of Naga, providing guidelines for its implementation for other purposes.
Councilor Gail Abonal Gomez, please.
This is pending under the Committee on Women, Family Relations, and Gender Equality, Mr. Chair.
Okay, still pending with the committee. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Alan Riz Macaraig, an ordinance mandating the establishment and maintenance of native tree juvenile to early mature stocks in the city nursery of Naga.
Councilor Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May it be referred to the Committee on Environment.
The Committee on Environment. Next item, please.
A communication from the Department of Agrarian Reform.
Communication from the Department of Agrarian Reform, and what is the message?
Inquiring into the factual and legal basis on the conversion of the 9,0984 hectares agricultural land situated in Barangay Pacul, Naga City, which was approved through Resolution number 2025-396 of the Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Any comment from Councilor Jesse Albios?
Move that we refer this matter to the Committee on Land Use.
So we will refer this matter to the Committee on Land Use. Next item, please.
Under new business, item number 1 is
Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, before the new business, may I seek reconsideration to the order of business with the indulgence of the Committee on Rules.
Okay, please.
We just received letter from the City Mayor, marked as urgent, pertaining to the request for passage of a resolution on the request of the Barangay Council of Sabang pertaining to their barangay socio-cultural activities, and also a letter from the City Mayor, marked also as urgent, requesting for also a resolution for the Barangay Council of Santa Cruz for their barangay support fund for the barangay socio-cultural activities scheduled next week.
Councilor Rosales. So that will be included under SBO. Kindly make the necessary motions, Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of a resolution approving the request of the Barangay Council of Sabang relative to the release and utilization of the Barangay Support Fund for calendar year 2026 intended for their barangay socio-cultural activities amounting to 50,000 pesos, and also for the Barangay Santa Cruz.
Two separate resolutions.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Joint collective.
Joint and collective, okay.
And also, Mr. Chair, may I also move for passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the two barangay.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Another, Mr. Chair, may I also seek reconsideration to the disposition of the letter of the City Mayor pertaining to the request of Barangay Bagong Bayan Norte for the same reason.
Reaction from Councilor Rosales, the Chairman of the Committee on Rules. So, okay.
With that, Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of a resolution approving the request of the Barangay Council of Bagong Bayan Norte regarding the release of the Barangay Support Fund for calendar year 2026 intended for the barangay socio-cultural activities amounting to 50,000 pesos.
Any second?
Joint collective.
Okay, joint and collective.
Also, Mr. Chair, passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Barangay Bagong Bayan Norte.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Next is under new business. Item number 1 is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jesse Albios adopting the Drinking Water Code of Naga City, consolidating and strengthening local policies on drinking water quality
Committee on
regulations.
Health.
Next is
item.
the email sent dated April 18 from Earl David Honyo seeking clarification on the current policies and programs in place for the inspection, auditing, and regulations of buses operating in the Naga Manila route.
Committee on Public Utilities.
Endorsed through routing sleeve from the City Mayor's office. The letter dated April 21st of the CPDO expressing their full support to the proposal of Honorable Jesse R. Albios for the creation of the division-level position that will lead the zoning unit of their office.
Committee on Organizational Development. Councilor Albios.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Also, may I move that the City Human Resource and Development Office be furnished a copy and request for their comments with regards to the proposal.
Okay, any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza reverting to an appropriated balance the amount of 3,542,880 from salary savings for the period January 1st to February 15 of certain offices, and appropriating the same to other general services account of offices with job orders and contractual personnel entitled to climate exposure and hazard allowance as authorized under Ordinance Number 2026-013.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That matter has already been disposed by
Yes.
the Sangguniang.
This was already discussed earlier. Next item, please.
And another proposal from Honorable Mendoza reverting to an appropriated balance the amount of 1,350,000 from the appropriation for barangay support fund under aid to barangay special purpose appropriation, and appropriating the same to assistance to official barangay socio-cultural activities at the rate of 50,000 per barangay.
Again, Councilor Mendoza.
That would be referred to the Committee on Appropriations.
Yes, the Committee on Appropriation. Next item.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Ballimoro, an ordinance appropriating the Barangay Support Fund for the year 2026 amounting to 27 million pesos and prescribing the guidelines
Committee
for
on
its
Appropriations.
Next is endorsement of the Barangay Council of Concepcion Pequeña of their two ordinances.
What are those
An ordinance is
ordinances?
penalizing the dumping, littering of waste material in undesignated garbage collection areas and in creeks and waterways, and another ordinance, an ordinance establishing the barangay violence against women and their children, VAUSI desk of Barangay Concepcion Pequeña.
Laws and ordinances.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, an ordinance institutionalizing the salary standardization of educator teachers in the city of Naga, providing funds therefore and for other purposes.
Committee on Appropriations.
Organizational development.
And
Organizational development.
Organizational Development. Next item. Yes, Councilor Ballimoro.
May we know the lead committee, Mr. Chair?
The lead committee will be the Committee on Appropriations. Okay. Next item, please.
Next item is an endorsement from the CPDO on the application of Mr. Sherwin Calampiano for a special use permit for a Shane's Starlight's Foods and Beverages House located in Orsua Building, Magsaysay Avenue, Barangay Concepcion Pequeña, this city.
Councilor Albios.
Chair, may I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Land Use?
Committee on Land Use. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, an ordinance suspending the effectivity of Ordinance Number 2023-052 entitled An Ordinance Establishing a Medical Scholarship Program in the City of Naga, providing guidelines, appropriating funds, and for other purposes in view of the necessity to reprioritize fiscal resources for regular, indigent, tertiary scholars.
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
May I move that the same referred to the Committee on Education?
So we will refer this matter to the Committee on Education.
Under other matters, memorandum dated April 22, signed by Attorney Angel Ohastro, addressed to the City Assessor, copy furnished the Sangguniang Panlungsod, requesting for rental appraisal of proposed 200 square meters leased area within the Naga City Sanitary Landfill for the proposed pull-to-repress pilot site.
We take note of this item. Next item, please.
Nominal voting.
Councilor Rosales. Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, regarding item number 5 of the unfinished business, this is about the letter of Mr. Forsado regarding the terminal fees. So it's being called jointly with the Committee on Public Utilities.
Okay, so we will refer this to the Committee on Public Utilities.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Nominal voting.
Councilor Rosales.
Per to nominal voting, all ordinances pending for third and final approval, and move for its approval.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Councilor Baldimoro.
Before the adjournment, Mr. Chair, we greet our member of the Secretariat, Ms. Tin Apin, a very happy birthday.
Any motion to adjourn? Adjourn.